It says, "Then they got rid of the foreign gods among them and served the Lord, and he could bear Israel's misery no longer." That was Judges 10. This verse shows the turning point when the people finally let go of the things pulling them away from God, and he stepped in with compassion. It reminds us that sometimes breakthrough comes when we release what's weighing us down, the habits, the distractions, the things stealing our focus or peace. And the powerful part, the Bible says God could bear the misery no longer. That's how deeply he cares. He doesn't just watch from a distance. He feels your struggle and moves toward you with mercy. Today, if something has been pulling you off track, take one step back toward God. He's already moving toward you. This 7 a.m. scripture is brought to you by Trey Collins Construction and Trucking Company. It's 580-236-9295.
And we got our top 10 country music countdown going on today, but also you can get your request in 286-6642. And we'll be talking about our Thanksgiving holidays. And thank you for being with us today here on this beautiful Monday.
Sir.
This first song is going to be, or the number 10 song for December 1st, 1999. It's going to be a remake of the famous Aerosmith song, "I Don't Want to Miss a Thing" by Mark Chestnut. You're listening to Live on 2:59 in the morning. Morning, Cassie. Morning, TJ.
What's up, TJ? What's up, Cassie Johnson? Cassie Johnson.
How was y'all's Thanksgiving weekend?
It was good. Nice little 4-day. It felt pretty long.
Did you get full?
Oh, yeah, bro. I'm still full. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Well, did y'all survive it all? Yes, ma'am. Everything went pretty smooth sailing. I didn't eat any dessert because I lost 2 more pounds. Let's go. I only ate once that day. What? It felt like I was constantly eating the entire 4 days. Just meal after meal.
afraid because I thought, oh my gosh, one bite of that dessert, the whole bite fried. Why I didn't print this one? That was Mark Chestnut. I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, a country remake of Aerosmith's hit Smooth, Emotional, and the delivery with a country twist. You're listening to Live on 259 in the morning with Oran Jackson and Micah Frazier.
Yes, sir. How's it going, Micah?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Doing good.
A little bit chilly out there with the cold rain and stuff, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
It hardly ever is, but there's always that chance. Great Thanksgiving weekend, holiday. How about you?
Oh yeah. Everything was smooth sailing, great. Had a great time.
I got to visit with a lot of people and my Frazier side of the family. Like the little cousins are getting older, teenagers to where I'm like the uncle, the cool uncle now that they're hanging with and stuff, watching football with and stuff. So that was cool. I like that. So get your request in 286-6642. We're doing the top 10 country music countdown of December 1st, 1999. And the number 9 song comes from Andy Griggs. No, not Andy Gibbs. Andy Griggs. You Won't Ever Be Lonely. A warm, comforting country song all about offering steady love and unwavering presence. Here is You Won't Ever Be Lonely by Andy Griggs, your number 9 song. I say, yeah, the cool uncle is right. Yes, sir. I wish somebody loved me. Don't we all, Sean Ducky?
Who said that? Sean Ducky?
Sean Ducky.
I love you, bro.
See, that's my Oran Jackson is the man right there.
Yes,
We
sir.
have the same birthdays, nothing but love here. Yeah, see, Cassie loves you too, Sean. Same birthdays. You Won't Ever Be Lonely by Andy Griggs, a warm, comforting country song. And that seems to, I've never heard Andy Griggs ever in country music. That song may sound familiar. I don't remember it. I don't recall it. So that may be just a one-hit wonder, but hey, he made it to the number 9 song. Get your request in 286-6642. And after the number 8 song, Stand By Me by Joe D. Messina. A strong and confident track, refusing to settle for anyone who won't stand by your side. You go, girl. After this, we're going to have 10 reasons why. And you're going to have to stick around to find out. But is it time to put up the Christmas tree?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I know people that the day after Thanksgiving, the day after the tree was up. I know people that put it up November 1st.
Yeah.
You know, right after Halloween. I think one of our listeners put hers up the day after Halloween or the day of Halloween. So shout out to them getting the lights up and everything early this year. I still have yet to do that. I'll probably do that this weekend, maybe. Here's Stand By Me by Joe D. Messina here on 96.7 KBEL. Oh yeah, I forgot that's happening. She did come up with that. Did she come up with Cassie Sean says he forgot y'all had the same birthdays. Did you come up with any party plans for us for y'all? She said, yeah, you paid. We're gonna do 10 reasons why you can't blame Krampus this holiday season. But That was Joe D. Messina, Stand Beside Me, your number 8 song in the top 10 countdown on December 1st, 1999. Little random facts about December. Did you know it wasn't always the 12th month? In the ancient Roman calendar, December was the 10th month, which is why it's named. Name comes from decen or decem, meaning 10 in Latin. It's the darkest month of the year in the northern hemisphere. Thanks to the winter solstice, December has the shortest daylight hours of the year. The winter solstice was a major ancient celebration from Saturnalia in Roman to Yule in Scandinavia. Civilizations used this time to celebrate the return of the longer days. Stockings come from a legend involving gold coins. According to folklore, St. Nicholas tossed bags of gold into the stockings of 3 poor sisters, starting the tradition of hanging stockings. The first artificial Christmas tree, they weren't green. They were made of dyed goose feathers in the 19th century Germany. Leave it up to Germany, huh? And Jingle Bells wasn't always a Christmas song. It was originally written for Thanksgiving in 1857. You believe that?
Oh.
So you're listening to Live on 259 in the morning with Oran Jackson and Micah Frazier. We hope you're having an easy time getting back into the workflow, getting back in, kids getting back into school, getting them up, getting them dressed and ready. Shout out to the family. Shout out to all the kids going back to school. Hey, you only got 3 weeks left. Let's knock these 3 weeks out. You kids got 2 weeks off. And here's some more just random facts you can take to your teacher today. December has more major holidays than any other month. Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Boxing Day, New Year's Eve Day, St. Lucius Day, and many more. And snow isn't always white. December snow can appear pink, orange, or even purple, depending on the light and the minerals in the air. December is the most common month for candy canes. About 90% of candy canes are sold in the weeks leading up to Christmas. And last but not least, on some years, December has a moon illusion. The cold moon, as it's called, December's full moon can appear extra large near the horizon due to the optical moon illusion. So there's just some random facts to start your December off. We may have some more, and we'll talk about our big buck contest that we don't have any entries yet. Basically, just one person posts their photo of their buck, and by next Sunday, you're a winner. Cash prize. Your number 7 song for the top 10 country countdown on December 1st, 1999 is You Had Me From Hello, a Kenny Chesney song, a romantic song inspired by Jerry Maguire capturing love at first sight. Here's Kenny Chesney. So not really, because Cade, I have him 24/7 pretty much. When he gets older, he will have to remember, or we will have to remember. Wow, to December being the 12th month when it was 10. Yo. You asked me if I love you, if I always will. What's Sean Duckett cooking this morning anyway? I remember this song. Now you won't let go. I never even had a chance, you know. You had me from hello.
Inside, I built a wall so high around my heart, I thought I'd never fall. You brought down bricks of my defenses scattered on the ground. And I swore to me I wasn't gonna love again. Last time was the last time I'd let someone in, but you had me from hello. I felt love start to grow. The moment that I looked into your eyes, you want me, it was over from the start. You completely stole my heart. Now you won't let go. I never even had a chance, you know. You had me from hello. That's all you said. Something in your voice called me, turned my head. You had me from hello. You had me from hello. Girl, I've loved you from hello.
You Had Me from Hello, Kenny Chesney, your number 7 song on the top 10 countdown on December 1st, 1999. Stay tuned for 10 reasons why you can't blame Krampus. And if you don't know who Krampus is, stick around after the O&M Network.
This is news from the Oklahoma News Network.
Waffles. What are you, a donkey? On Shrek? I'm trying to be back. I'm going to get 50 ounces of fluid down K today for tomorrow's bone infusion. It's kind of stressful. All right. We'll see tomorrow, maybe, if you don't.
Difficulty breathing, muscle paralysis, and death. An Oklahoma lawmaker says he's not giving up on keeping the state ahead of problems that could come from artificial intelligence. Rexo says that.
State Representative Neil Hayes of Dakota plans to refile his bill that criminalizes so-called deepfake advertising, where a person's name and likeness is used without their consent to create digital content with the intent to harm. The proposal passed the House last year, but did not advance in the state Senate. He says technology isn't slowing down, and legislation must keep pace. I'm Rex Oates.
The statewide elected officials compensation board recalculates salary hikes for statewide elected officials. Capital Stock reports.
One of those revised raises lowers the state school superintendent's increased pay from $250,000 to $175,000. The move comes after one of the members of the board was disqualified because he's a lobbyist. The next governor will receive a salary of $185,000, which will stay the highest of any statewide position. Other positions with new salary hikes are Lieutenant Governor, Attorney General, Corporation Commissioners, Treasurer, State Auditor, Inspector, Insurance Commissioner, and Labor Commissioner. I'm Jacqueline Scott.
I'm Jackie O'Brien.
Hey, I'm going out to buy those shelves for the closet.
Oh, will you pick up 800 living balls?
Honey, I love you, but 800 for flowers? You'll give the neighbors a real reason to play for wax.
Maybe back flower balls, light bulbs.
This is KBEL. Yeah, we're getting it worked. We're getting it worked on. Tennessee Christmas. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, thanks for listening. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I did as well. Thank you. Bye.
That's right. Live on 259 with Oran Jackson and Micah Frazier. December 1st, starting a brand new month, the last month of 2025. How you feel about starting this last month?
I'm excited.
It's
I'm ready to
here.
go.
Yeah, it's ready to go. Got the new year looking, to look forward ahead. But let's talk about something. We all know who Santa is, and he brings gifts and toys and all that stuff to the good kids who's making those A's and B's for this last 3 weeks and listening to their parents taking, going to bed when they're supposed to, taking the shower when they're taking out the trash when asked, or maybe you get extra presents if they don't have to ask you. But there's another person you may not be aware of. His name is Krampus. And he kind of does the opposite of Santa. He kind of punishes the naughty ones that's been naughty all year, that's not on Santa's list. So we're going to talk about 10 reasons why you can't blame Krampus for that. The number one reason, he didn't make the rules. Krampus doesn't decide who's naughty. St. Nicholas does. Krampus just enforces the system. You can't have good without evil, right? Otherwise, it'd just be normal, or it'd just be, you can't have bad without, or you can't have evil without good. Otherwise, it'd just be normal. It'd just be the way. He's a product of folklore. He didn't choose to exist as a terrifying holiday creature. Humans created and shaped the legend. Fear was the point of the old stories. Parents used Krampus to make sure their kids stayed in line, especially during these holiday seasons when they're getting antsy. And, maybe they don't want to listen. Maybe they just got back from Thanksgiving break and they're not ready to wake up this morning and go to school and get back into the flow. Hey, we don't blame you. But not only is Santa watching, Krampus may just be watching too. So look out, kids. Be sure to listen to your mummy and your duddy. Here on 96.7 KBEL, we got your number 6 song, Please Remember Me. Oh, no, we have a request, don't we? We have our first request of the day. Don't forget, you can get your request in 286-6642, and it's Alabama with Tennessee Christmas. try not to scare the kids and like too much. I guess getting all graphic and stuff. That was Tennessee Christmas by Alabama. That's pretty good. I've never heard that before. Here's some holiday traditions that you can start with your family ASAP. Not next year, not after you get a bunch of money and all this stuff and that. You can do this stuff now. If you're lucky enough, I per se wouldn't do it as nasty as the air is these days. But I mean, the first snow, hot chocolate. I mean, maybe if you boil the water here and there, but I've seen a video where people are trying to melt snow and it's not melting. So there's a theory about that. Like, is it man-made snow? And they said it smelled like burnt plastic. It started turning black and it smelled like burnt plastic. So it didn't really snow. I don't know. I just know I probably wouldn't be eating it or using it as hot chocolate in a mug. But if if you got that immune system like that, hey, go ahead. Make a special mug of hot chocolate with the first snowy day or on December 1st. And if you're up there in the northern states, you can probably do that today. I've seen there's a lot of them getting all that kind of weather. Pick a holiday smell of the season. Choose a candle, simmer pot, or essential oil you'll use during the holidays to create a scent memory. If you use candle wax melts, if you use candles, if you use essential oils, or even just your regular Glade plug-in, they usually got you covered. Like by now, they're the holiday, the Christmas scents have come out, the mulberry and pine needles and whatnot. So just run down there to your local store and see what they got. You can have pajama night, holiday pajama night. Everyone puts on a festive PJs and watches a holiday movie. Hey, you add some hot chocolate and some popcorn and stuff to that, you're golden. You're listening to 96.7 KBEL. We got Micah's Man Up coming up in about 7 minutes. We got our number 6 song for the top 10 country countdown for December 1st, 1999. And it's Please Remember Me by Tim McGraw, a powerful ballad about letting someone go but hoping they remember the good times. Here's Timmy McGraw.
All our tears have reached the sea. Part of you will live in me. Way down deep inside my heart. Days keep coming without fail. New wind is gonna find yourself. That's where your journey starts. You'll find that love strong as it ever was, deep as a river runs, warm as the morning sun. Please remember me. Just like the waves down by the shore. Gonna keep on coming back for more. 'Cause we don't ever wanna stop. Out in this great new world we see. Oh, the valleys and the peaks. I can see you on the top. You'll find that strong as it ever was, deep as a river runs, warm as the morning sun. Please remember me. Remember me when I'm walking. The snow falls high outside your door. Late at night when you're not sleeping, and moonlight falls across your floor. And I can't hurt you anymore. You'll find love strong as it ever was, deep as the river runs, warm as the morning sun. Please remember me. Please remember me.
This is KBL. Good morning. Yes, it rained this morning a little bit too. Oh yeah? Bye.
We've all heard the old saying that there is strength in numbers, but for the Choctaw Nation, there's also tremendous strength in every individual who helps make us as mightiest tribes. We contribute to their communities in the Choctaw Proud. And together, we're born. Hear their stories at Together.
For each affordable apartments, bedroom homes with modern mixed closets and high-speed fiber optics. With heat and water included, plus a playground for the kids, Briarcliff is designed for easy living. Low count, making it the perfect fit for your budget. So call 580-286-6488 today or visit BriarcliffApartments.net to schedule your tour. Briarcliff Apartments, affordable living made easy.
That's right, it's time for Micah's Monday morning pick me up here on this beautiful December 1st Monday morning. First day of the last month here on Idabelle's First 96.7 KBEL. Hope all the kids got to school on time, enough time for breakfast and whatnot. And you're just about to wrap, get back into the workflow, getting there on time, getting your coffee, or possibly stopping by that, local breakfast spot, after you drop off the kids. We know, as parents, we know. But here we go. December is officially here, and with it comes that fresh, crisp spark in the air. You can feel it. It's that kind of month that nudges you to dream a little bigger, smile a little wider, and step into each day with purpose. This is the perfect moment to set those aspirations high, whether it's finishing the year strong, reconnecting with people who matter, or just finding more joy in the simple things. December has a way of reminding us that there's still plenty of time to shine. So take a deep breath, soak in that seasonal energy, and walk into this month with confidence and a joyful heart. You deserve to feel inspired. You deserve to feel excited. Let's make this December one to remember. No pun intended. Starting right now. You're listening to 96.7 KBEL, and we have another request. Old Dominion with One Man Band. Stay tuned. You're listening to Oran Jackson and Micah Frazier.
Been flying solo for so long. Nobody saying the heart of it. Up there just me and my shadow.
Oh, hey.
No guitar, no tambourine. And I found you like a melody. You said the same key as me. We had them dancing in the streets. I don't wanna be a one-man band. I don't wanna be a rolling stone. Put miles on a run-down thing. Maybe we can take our own show on the road. I'll lay down the beat. You carry the tune. We'll get tattoos and we'll trash hotel rooms. Take my hand. I don't wanna be a one-man band. I wanna run down your wild dreams. I wanna chase every high with you. Count every rip in these old jeans. We'll never learn how to sing the blues. If I'm gonna be famous, girl, I wanna be famous with you. We got our own little group. I don't wanna be a one-man band. I don't wanna be a rolling stone alone. Putting miles on a run-down thing. Baby, we can take our own show on the road. I'll lay down the beat. You carry the tune. We'll get tattoos and we'll trash hotel rooms. Baby, take my hand. I don't wanna be a one-man band. The spotlight goes cold, the curtains come down, the chairs are all stacked and there's no one around. I don't wanna be a one-man band. I don't wanna be a one-man band.
One-man band, Old Dominion, 96.7 KBEL. And here's some more reasons why we can't blame Krampus. He's seen worse than anything in Hochtown. You think misbehaving kids scare Krampus? He's walked through Hochtown traffic during the tourist season. He's immune to chaos. And, you know, he can compete with McCurtain County ghost stories. Compared to the stuff people swear they've seen around the lake at 3 a.m., Krampus looks like a shaggy Boy Scout. And he's not used to this Oklahoma weather. So Krampus showed up once in December, felt that sudden 78 degrees heat wave, got confused and decided, y'all must be ready, already beaten. I'm not going to say this word, but you can't blame him for being disoriented. Well, if he stops by today, he's going to know that, yeah, it's December out there. And he thought Mountain Fork meant there'd be mountains, but apparently not. Poor guy walked in expecting the Alps, found pine trees, river floats, and someone grilling at dawn. Big culture shock. Let us know if you got your tree up and what decorations and traditions are you starting or that you're continuing with you and your family. 286-6642. And also, this is a reminder to get those bucks in on our our contest, big buck contest. Cash prize, first place, second place, 4 free movie passes to the McCurtain Cinema. Third place, dinner for 2 at the Red Bee. Sponsored by Gary's Mini Mart in Wright City, Oklahoma. Love Gary's. Good food right now. You can go right now and get you some of those little tacos. The crispy. If you've ever walked into Gary's, it smells delicious all the time. So stop by over there, tell them about your big buck, and also McCurtain Memorial Hospital, where they're here to serve you and everything they do all around the county. And let me make sure I got the name right. Elite Talent Dance. I didn't want to mess that up because I know there's so many around here. Elite Talent Dance, another sponsor for our Big Buck contest. Thank you for all our sponsors. And, you know, we might need to get them on interview one of these days, just coming here. But you have till December 7th, next Sunday, folks, to get, you know, that's the last day of rifle season. So you've had time to do your archery. You've had time for your muzzleloaders. And now you've had 2 full weekends of rifle season. Good morning, you're on 96.7 K. Good morning, you're on 96.7 KBEL. Copperhead Road. All right, who we got on the phone? Mary. All right. You got any hunters in your family? Uh-oh. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh. All right. Thank you. Thank you for calling in. No problem. Bye. All right. Here's Copperhead Road by Steve Earle here on 96.7 KBEL.
That's crazy.
Well, my name's Tommy Pettimore. Singing like that and that it was gold. You're hot down here. You only come to town about twice a year. Buy 100 pounds of yeast and copper line. Everybody knew that you made moonshine. Now we're in a little man on a granddad bed. He left behind a little thing. For my time, but out there told. Never come back from Copperhead Road. Now there ain't no whiskey in a big black Dodge. All that and option make a big sounds like. Chops a can of sugar painting on the side. Just hold the power inside. Well, in my mouth, throw that engine down. I still remember that rumbling sound. Then a ship came around in the middle of the night. Heard mama crying to someone right. Headed down to Knoxville with the weekly load. You can smell a whiskey burning down Copperhead Road.
I got National Pie Day, Cyber Monday, National Eat a Red Apple Day, Rosa Parks Day, Day Without Art, and bifocals at the Monitor Liberation Day.
Nice. I got Pie Day.
Pie Day. Okay.
What's song a banger?
You know, they used to have a show called Moonshiners, and that's what this was. You know, this was their
Oh yeah. Is that where they like?
intro. Steve Earle, Copperhead Road, still a banger after all these years, and that used to be the intros to the show Moonshiners. And I don't know if you remember Oran Jackson, but like on A&E, that's where like Duck Dynasty and all them.
Yeah.
Come on. And you had the Turtle Man, you had Operation Repo, you had all these different shows, or True TV. It used to come on there. Let me make sure. But yeah, it was.
I always thought Moonshiners was scripted
I kind of think it was.
because they'd get pulled over.
Yeah, like they had to. I mean,
Yeah.
it was on the Discovery Channel. But Discovery Channel, True TV, A&E, like they all brought shows in like the late 2000s, early 2010s, early 20 teens and stuff. 2010, 11, 12, everything. Like they had the Turtle Man and the people's Billy the Exterminator. I used to love watching that dude because like he was kind of like dressed in like all the goth and the metal, wristbands and stuff, leather and all that stuff. But they'd take you along on their, they have to go catch rattlesnakes, or they may have to go catch a raccoon or something like that. Operation Repo, you got to see people getting their stuff repoed and fighting back and different stuff like that. It was just what a time to be alive back then. You're listening to 96.7 KBEL, and we got your last 5 songs of this top 10 countdown for December 1st, 1999. And we got the number 5 song, How Forever Feels by Kenny Chesney. Upbeat, beach-flavored country track about finding the kind of love that feels like forever. Here's Kenny Chesney.
Big orange ball sinking in the water, toes in the sand, couldn't get much hotter. Little umbrella shaped margaritas, coconut old tan senoritas. Oh, now I know how anybody feels. Hands on the wheel, cruising down the interstate. Gas pedal sticks carried my car away. I was going as fast as a rambler goes. I could feel the speed from my head to my toes. Oh, now I know how rich and petty feels. I've been around the block a time or two, done almost everything a boy can do. I've done some living, yeah, I've had fun, but there is one thing that I haven't done. Say 2 months of a little night. Tonight's the night, feels like forever. Now I want me on Mama's front steps. Now I'm gonna die if she really said this. I wanna know how forever feels. I've been around the block a time or two, done almost everything a boy can do. I've done some living, yeah, I've had fun, but there is one thing that I haven't done. I want to know how forever feels. Hey, I want to know how forever feels. Girl, I want to know how forever feels. I've been around the block a time or two, done almost everything a boy can do. I've done some living, yeah, I've had fun, but there is one thing that
We was just having fun back in the day, Oran Jackson.
Thanks, bro. Looks like it.
1999. Honestly, I say that rivals any year of music in general. 1999 was, whether it was, hip hop, rock, metal, country, everybody was putting out their best stuff in that night. How It Forever Feels, Kenny Chesney, December 1st, 1999, the number 5 song on that list. Kenny had 2 of them. And speaking of having 2 bangers in the top 10 countdown, what about Joe D. Messina? With Lesson in Leaving, a country pop attitude anthem about moving on from heartbreak and watching karma come for the man who walked away. Here's Joe D. Messina with Lesson in Leaving.
I like her songs.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna give you a lesson in leaving. Somebody's gonna give you back what you've been given, and I will never right. So watch them knock you down. It's like you love them and leave them, just like you love me and left me. It's like you do that sort of thing over and over again. You're a fool-hearted man. You've been asking about me, some of my friends, but you better believe I'm not going through that again. A woman thinks she can change, oh, but the only thing changing is my way of thinking, and I'm thinking that maybe someday somebody's gonna give you a lesson in losing. Somebody's gonna do to you what you've been doing, and I hope that I'm right. Watch them knock you down. Somebody's gonna give you a lesson in hurting. Somebody's gonna leave you with your fire burning, no way to put it out. Maybe there ain't no doubt. You're a fool-hearted man. Somebody's gonna give you back what you've been given, and I hope that all around. So watch them knock you down. You love me, but just like you love me and left me, it's like you do that sort of thing over and over again. You're a fool-hearted man. Somebody's gonna give you a lesson in leaving. Somebody's gonna give you back what you've been given, and I hope that I'm around. So watch them knock you down. Oh, it's like you love me, leave 'em just like you love me. It's like you do that sort of thing over and over again. You're a fool-hearted man.
Lesson in Leaving, Joe D. Messina, another banger, as your number 4 song on the top 10 country countdown, December 1st, 1999. Now let me ask you something, Oran Jackson. How do you feel about the NIL era of college football, where they're allowed to pay the players like millions of dollars to go to this school. Like, there's no wrong answer because there's so many how people feel about it. But I just want to know, how do you feel? Some people don't really like it because there's no loyalty in the sport anymore. It used to be a pride of, I go to OU, and I've been wanting to go to OU for my whole life, but Nebraska's going to pay me $4 million to go play up there, so they go to Nebraska. So how do you feel about that?
I'm okay with it.
I'm good with it. I'm honestly, I know a lot of people don't like, but think about how much money Oklahoma State made off of Barry Sanders, their Heisman winner, arguably one of the best running backs to ever play the game. And he didn't get a dime until he reached the NFL. And what if he blew out his knee? He's done. He's cooked, bro, as they say these days. But also on the flip side, how would you feel if you went to, let's say you went to, you got the chance to go play at the University of Tennessee because of this coach. The coach now is, what is his name? Josh Heupel. Heisman winner, national champion at OU back in 2000. He's the coach. He brings you in. He goes talk to you and your parents. We need you at Tennessee. And you're not playing. You're not that caliber of player yet, or nobody really knows who you are yet. It's very rare to come out of. There's only one, that Bryce Underwood College, or the freshman quarterback at Michigan. And it's not working out too good for him because he's not really doing good. So I kind of think they're going to start pulling away from, if you're a freshman, you're going to have to prove it on the field first before we pay you. But a lot of incoming freshmen, they go to these schools, and then all of a sudden you get a chance to go to a big game, at the end of the season. You earn the right to, you played hard enough, and then your coach just says bye. That's been a long tradition in the college football game is, they skip the bowl game to head to another school. And now you're like, well, I came to play for you. What am I doing? Like, what do I do? That's why I think the NIL is good because at least the kids are getting something out of it. And like I said, what if you shatter your leg or your femur or something? What do you call that? Not a season-ending injury. Pretty much, you're never going to play again. I'm at a loss for words right now. But you'll never get to play football again. But at least you made that $4.5 million. At least you got something out of it before you shattered your femur, or before you got too many concussions to where they told you if you kept playing, you were going to, pretty much it wasn't going to be long. So, that's why I like the NIL. And it's kind of, if you look now at college football, it is broadened the horizon. It has leveled the playing field where the SEC used to be the top dog. They used to beat the dog out of everybody because they had all the talent. Well, now the talent is being spread out because people can pay these players to play at James Madison, who is 11-1 now. And I know they don't play the same schedule as SEC, but when's the last time you heard of James Madison in college football? Well, anyway, I say all that to talk about Lane Kiffin. Yesterday morning, 9 a.m., he goes up to his team and pretty much tells them, hey, we'll see y'all later. Even though I've always heard Lane Kiffin's name in college football, and I never got why people wanted him as their coach. And I still don't know because he jumps around so much. He has no loyalty to the programs. But he finally has an 11-1 team who is probably going to be in the playoffs, and he bounces for a team that's 7-5 because there's more NIL money and there's more. No doubt it's a more prestige or a more traditional football school, but still, how do you leave those kids before the big playoffs? The very first time you're ever going to be in the playoffs, maybe the only time. There's no guarantee at LSU. But how do you look those kids in the eyes and say, hey, you did everything I asked you. You know, all the laps, all the summer workouts, every meeting, all this stuff. But I'm going to LSU. We'll see how later. He arrives shortly after in Louisiana after their meeting. So that's my take. You know, let us know how you feel. 286-6642. We're going to get to the last 3 songs of our countdown before we get to our national days, notable birthdays, and memorable events. Here's Write This Down, your number 3 song by George Strait, a feel-good traditional country song. Strait urges his love to write down how much he cares so much so she never forgets it. Here's good old George. Sean says they should go back to having to sit out a season after transferring. Well, then I say they should make the coaches have to wait until after the season, or the schools have to wait till after the season. Because how would you feel if let's say you play baseball, right? Let's say your coach, y'all made it to the state tournament, end of the year state tournament, and your coach was like, hey man, I'm going to Bixby. We'll see y'all later. I know state tournament starts next week, but guys, you'll do fine. Well, and it's like, well, oh, so you have a problem with Lane Kiffin, but he was okay with Lincoln Riley doing it? Yes, because Lincoln Riley did it to OU. I mean, Lincoln Riley had to get out of that toxic environment that is the OU fan base.
Every single word is true, and I'm making it. Stick it on your refrigerator door, hang it in a picture frame up above the mantelway to see it for sure.
But yeah, if you think about how much money these colleges are getting off these players, great players that have come through these schools didn't earn a dime, $1 million, but $100K just to be like, hey, at least you got a head start in life. You can still finish your degree, but at least you got a little chunk of money to get you going.
You can find a chisel, I can find a stone. Won't you be reading these words long after we're gone? Baby, write this down. Take a little moment to remind you in case you didn't know. Tell yourself I love you and I don't want you to.
They actually made a movie of that Krampus, and it's so whack. Like it was terrible, very terrible. I'm not a big movie connoisseur, like I know everything, but I know bad, terrible movies when I see them.
Oh, I love you and I don't want you to go. Baby, write this down.
Write this down. George Strait, your number 3 song on our top 10 countdown for December 1st, 1999. Here's some more things to think about this holiday season as we head into December. How about one act of kindness a week? Leave a note for a neighbor, donate a canned good, or buy coffee for somebody. It goes a long way, and a lot of times, these holiday seasons kind of get people into a mood, where they're not as joyful. They may be, kind of down. So you never know how far that can go just to be kind to somebody. We got your number 2 song, Amazed by Lone Star. One of the biggest country love songs ever, a sweeping power ballad about completely captivated by the person you love. Here's Lone Star, your number 2 song on the top 10 countdown. Every Little Thing That You Do or Amazed by Lone Star, your number 2 song on the countdown. And it's time to talk about some more, how about the connections and kindness traditions for this holiday season. A gratitude ornament or jar. Write down something you're grateful for each day and read them all on New Year's Eve. And how about those holiday phone calls? Call someone you haven't spoken to in a while and wish them a warm holiday festive season. You're listening to 96.7 KBEL, and your number one song on the Top 10 Country Countdown on December 1st, 1999 is When I Said I Do by Clint Black and Lisa Hartman Black. A heartfelt husband and wife duet about lifelong commitment. Simple, classic country storytelling with beautiful harmonies. Here's your number one song, When I Said I Do.
These times of trouble, these times are good, and they're always gonna be. They rise and they fall. We take them all the way that we should, together, you and me. Forsaking them all. Deep in the night, and by the light of day, it always looks the same. True love always does. Here by your side, a million miles away, nothing's ever gonna change the way I feel. The way it is the way that it was. When I said I do, I meant that I will. Till the end of all time. Be faithful and true, devoted to you. That's what I had in mind when I said I do.
How's your turkey turnout, Sean Duggett?
The world stays the same for all who came before. And it goes hand in hand. Only you and I can undo all that we became. That makes us so much more. So much more. A woman and a man.
Breaking news. Kentucky officially fires Mark Stoops, if that surprises you.
That's what I had in mind. That's what I had in mind. When I said I do.
When I Said I Do by Clint Black and Lisa Hartman Black. And it's time for your national days, notable birthdays, and memorable events. Here on December 1st, it's National Pie Day. That's right. National Pie Day. December 1st, dessert lovers across the United States enjoy a slice of their favorite pie on National Pie Day. It's also Cyber Monday. It's the internet's answer to Black Friday deals. The official observance takes place the Monday after Thanksgiving. But is it really that big of a deal like anymore? Like, don't get me wrong, Orange Jackson, back in the day, Black Friday deals used to be like, this TV's $1,000. It's on sale for $750. Cool. That's a 25% markdown. We can handle that. Now it's like, all right, this TV's $600. It's $549 now. $50. Like, nah. And it's just a lot of stuff you don't need really. Like, okay, we all have TVs. It's 2025. Put some groceries on sale, something to help somebody out. We all have TVs. We all have DVD players. We all have Bluetooth speakers and PS5s. There's one in every household majority of the time. Put some groceries on that Black Friday list. But anyway, Cyber Monday, guys, the internet's answer to Black Friday deals. It's National Eat a Red Apple Day. So go to your local grocery store, locally owned and operated, and get you some red apples. For November or December 1st is National Eat a Red Apple Day. It encourages everyone to eat a red apple as the adage goes, and an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And today's the perfect time to put that theory to test or to taste. It's also Rosa Parks Day. It honors an American civil rights hero twice a year, both on February 4th and December 1st. The holiday recognizes the civil rights leader, Rosa Parks. Did you know her husband had a car?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I guess the dude just didn't pick her up from work or something that day. I don't know. Things happen, but it's just funny that they don't tell you that there was a car at the household. It's crazy. It's also Day Without Art. Day Without Art on December 1st coincides with the World AIDS Day and was started by a committee with the Visual AIDS Organization in response to the AIDS crisis. It's last but not least Bifocals at the Monitor Liberation Day. Each year on December 1st, Bifocals at the Monitor Liberation Day encourage you to free yourself from blurry images. Your notable birthdays for December 1st is William Mahone, 1826, Major General for the Confederate Army. Rex Stout, 1886, detective novelist who created the iconic character Nero Wolfe. Robert W. Welch Jr., 1899, founder of the conservative John Birch Society. Minoru Yamasaki, 1912, architect who designed the original World Trade Center. Let's see when he died in 1986. I was like, imagine he lived to see what happened on 9/11, of what he built. Mary Martin, 1913, actress known for her roles in South Pacific, 1949, and Peter Pan in 1954. Vernon McGarity, 1921, Army sergeant who earned the Medal of Honor for his heroic actions during the Battle of the Bulge in World War II. Stansfield Turner, 1923, CIA detective or director between 1977 and 81. Martin Rod Bell, 1925, biochemist and endocrinologist who discovered G proteins. David Doyle, 1929, actor known for his role as John Bosley television series Charlie's Angels. Lou Rawls, 1933, singer best remembered for his song You'll Never Find Another Love Like Mine. Lamar Clark, 1934, boxer who holds the record for the most consecutive knockouts at 44. Richard Pryor, 1940, award-winning comedian. Now you see, that was more, it sounded like Bill Cosby, but I'll work on that. Eric Bloom, 1944, singer and guitarist for the rock band Blue Oyster Cult. Don't fear that reaper. John Densmore, 1944, drummer for the rock band The Doors. Bette Midler, 1945, critically acclaimed singer and actress. Jan Brett, 1949, children's book author and illustrator who created The Mitten and the Hat. Richard Keith, 1950, actor known for his role as Little Ricky in I Love Lucy. Bob Goen, 1954, game show and television host for A Wheel of Fortune and Entertainment Tonight. Charlie Tilton, 1958, actress known for her role as Lucy Ewing on the television series Dallas. Tisha Waller, 1970, world-winning high jumper. Matt Fraction, 1975, author of The Invincible Iron Man and Uncanny X-Men. Matthew Shepard, 1976, hate crime victim for his sexual orientation. Zoe Kravitz, 1988, actress remembered for her breakthrough role as Angel Salvadore in X-Men First Class. Your memorable events for December 1st, 1649, Massachusetts becomes the first colony to recognize slavery. 1824, no candidate running for president, John Quincy Adams or Andrew Jackson, received the majority of the Electoral College votes, forcing the House of Representatives to decide. 1896, the first certified public accountants received certifications. 1913, the first drive-up gasoline station opens in Pennsylvania. 1913, Ford Motor implements the first moving assembly line for the Model T. 1936, Ernest Brundon and Frank Lyon receive a patent for hydroponic plants, soilless plants, i.e. 1941, Emperor Hirohito from Japan gives approval to initiate war against the United States. But he feared later on that he had woken up a sleeping monster or a sleeping dragon or something like that. 1941, the Civil Air Patrol organizes in the U.S. 1862, President Lincoln affirms ending slavery as he ordered 10 weeks earlier in the Emancipation Proclamation. 1865, Shaw University becomes the first black university in the South. 1878, the White House has its first telephone installed. 1955, Rosa Parks refuses to give up her bus seat to a Caucasian man and is arrested. Could have just took her car, but that's not, things happen. You got to ride the bus sometime. 1964, President Johnson and his top-ranking advisors meet to discuss bombing North Vietnam. In 1969, the draft lottery is implemented in the U.S. And but that had to scare people. Like have you ever watched those videos?
Never.
Of them doing the draft lottery? It's like you're born, and how they do it, it's just your birthday on this. If you were born, it's not even the year. It's if you were born after this date or before this date on this day, then. And my dad, at the time he was too young. He was like 10 or whatever when they did this. But he was 9. He was born in 1960, so. He was 9 years old, but I remember him saying, like, yep, that'd have been me. Like, they drew his birthday stuff. It's so crazy. And they did it live on television. Live television. And last but not least, 1989, Day Without Art is held as artists demonstrate against AIDS. That has been your National Days, notable birthdays, and memorable events for December 1st. Stay tuned for Trading Lines coming up. Get your calls ready. We already got some coming in. We'll be back. Yeah, that's still so crazy that Rosa Parks had a car at the house. Like, why wasn't Bro picking her up?
96.7 KDEL. Your Otterville Warriors crossed the Red River to take on the North Lamar Panthers in Paris the second deck on Tuesday. Otterville outscored the Panthers in 3 out of 4 quarters